Masaito's Rock TV.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Yeah.
歓迎ぶりは分かったからいいよ。もう大丈夫。はい。さあということで、マイケル、お呼びしましたんで、いろいろと、お伺いしてみようと思うんですけども、通訳は川原さんという方お願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
マイケルがこうやってやってきたということは、ついにマイケルシェンカーフェストの2枚目の新しいアルバム完成したということを意味してるんだと思いますけど、いかがなんでしょうか。
いや
聞きましたよ、僕は。聞きました。
Oh yes, you heard it. And
Fantastic.
You love it.
Good job.
Thank you.
アルバム作られた今の気持ちはいかがですか。
Well, now the real work starts.
本当の仕事はこれからだよ。
なるほど。本当どうでしたか、制作中は。
Oh yeah, well, it was like this.
そう。
But the beginning was lots of good songs,
はい。
which is a very good starting point. But then our dear friend Ted passed away, and then we got very sad. But then Simon Phillips and Bodo Shop brought us back up again. And then we had a happy ending.
はい。テッドが亡くなってからそのサイモンとか選ぶまですぐサイモンとかその代役というかヘルプの人たちは決まったんでしょうか。
We had to, well, you know, when something tragic like that happens, first you are shocked, and eventually you start having to pull out of it, and you have to be creative, and you have to look, you know, at what makes most sense to carry on and who with. And because Simon Phillips and Bodo Shop are MSG family, so it was the most obvious choice.
サイモン・フィリップスはね、皆さんご存知の通り、MSG のファーストでもね、貢献してるわけですけど、もうあれですか、サイモン・フィリップスの名前はピピピッとすぐ浮かんだんでしょうか。
I can't remember exactly how. I think it was mentioned by different people as a you know, possibility. But we also were committed to an American tour that because we play a 150-minute show, it's 32 songs, 30 songs, and at the same time learning a whole album is many songs, because Ted was scheduled for the 24th of February in a studio. He passed away on the 19th of January, and on March we already doing a long US tour with 32 songs.
Wow.
So you have 2 months to complete an album and to get ready for with a new drummer for a live tour. So Simon wasn't available for touring anyway, and so we figured out to give 3 songs to Bodo to play on the album, and 10 songs to Simon to play on the album, and then I took Bodo with me to England, and then we rehearsed until we were ready. But the album was already completed in around just before we started the American tour. And so I had a good time with Bodo to get ready for the, and the band loves him, and I must say that Bodo and Simon did an excellent job. Bodo was fantastic on the tour, and he is a great, easygoing guy. He plays great drums. He is part of the family, and so everything worked out very good.
はい。もうマイケルね、新しいアルバム聴いたんですけど、曲がいいですね。もちろんそのマイケルシェンカーフェストのファーストも良かったんですけど、セカンドでさらに曲が良くなってますよ。どうですか、その辺は。
Yeah, we did a listening party in Münster where we recorded in Michael Voss's recording studio, co-producer, and we had a few journalists come in and listen to it. And one guy was saying that the first album, Resurrection, made him happy, but this album makes him want to party.
なるほど、なるほどね。まあね、曲がどういうふうに言うのかな、マイケルのギターがもう生き生きとこう空を飛ぶようなそういう曲が多いんだよね。だからやっぱりマイケルのファンの人はもう本当納得するんじゃないかなっていうくらい本当いい曲が多いんですけども、なんでそういうふうにやっぱりその2枚目の今度のアルバムはそこまでみんながこれはすごいってことになったんでしょうか。
Sure. We had Resurrection as a reference point.
はい。
And then sometimes people asked why so soon making a new record, and because from November until our American tour, there was 7 months or 8 months of empty space, and at my age, I want to use that time. So I said, like, I'm not going to sit around and wait for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and make the next record. And so I sat down and I had, like the concept was to create a few more songs where all singers were singing. On Resurrection, we had 2 songs where everybody was singing, which was Warrior and Last Supper. But this time I wanted like 4 songs. Where everybody was singing, and we ended up with 3, so 1 more than Resurrection. And then when we got to the 4th song, we, because of with Ted passing away, I had, originally I had planned to have many guests on the album, but because of Ted, it all became too much. And so by accident, we ended up with a 4th song that became complicated to get everybody together to sing the song. And so Michael Voss said, I worked, what do you think of Romy Romero? I worked with him. Maybe he can sing that song. I said, that would be fantastic. And so we invited him, and he was happy to do this. And so we ended up by accident with 1 guest, which was Ronnie. And he did a fantastic job. And so that was an unexpected addition to the album, which we didn't have on Resurrection. And so we had 3 songs where everybody was singing. Also, the videos is they both are where all singers are singing, rather than like we did. Well, last time we did Warrior with everybody singing, but then we had Robin, and then we had Doogie sing the next song. But this time we have 2 videos with all singers, which is a lot of fun to watch. And there's 1 concept and 1 behind-the-scene video. And but anyway, I was very inspired to carry on doing the next album. And so, as always, when you when you're inspired, you're having fun, and you come up with good things, you know. And something that I noticed straight away was everything became a little more melodic than Resurrection, which is very good. I think all the choruses are very powerful and very melodic. And so I was very happy also that Graham, he was writing his own lyrics and his own melodies, and he did a fantastic job, very majestic. You will love Graham's singing on this album. Is very, very good, but everybody else very, very good too. It's just I was surprised that Graham insisted, I want to write my own melody, I want to write my own lyrics. I said, okay, go ahead. And he did fantastic job.
Okay. いや、実はね、マイケルね、そこなんですよ。今回のアルバムのあなたのギター、それからボーカルのメロディーライン、メロディーなんです。ポイントで一つだけ挙げろとすれば、今度のアルバムはメロディーが素晴らしい、耳に残る、心に残る、そういう曲が多いですね。
それって質問だったのかなって。No, that was Masa's opinion.
ダメかと思った。まあでもロニー・ロメロのことは昔から知ってたんですか？そのプロデューサーが紹介して初めて出会ったんでしょうか？
Yeah, that was very strange because, well, you know, I trust Michael Voss. We co-produce, and when he said to me that, no, I didn't. I did not. I knew that Ronnie was the singer with Richie Blackmore, but I never heard him. So when Michael Voss said, I know a great singer, the current singer with Richie Blackmore, I worked with him, and I'm sure he would love to, you know, do this. And sure enough, when he asked him, he was really happy to do that. And because, you know, if he's singing with Richie, he must be good. So I trusted Michael Voss, and the fact he was with Richie, I did not have to hear him, you know. So, but then when Ronnie said, yes, I'm honored to do this, then of course we had to go back and forth with how the vocals, you know, should go, what to leave out, what to put in. And I had to be involved in that. So I started hearing him for the first time, and then he ended up fantastic.
ロニーだけじゃないですよね。ロニーだけですか、今回のアルバムのゲストは。
Yes.
でしょ。何その得意満面なスマイルは。
います。
There is one more guest, but this guest, I picked that guest for Japan. Because usually we do bonus for Japan release, and it's always an extra song, or you know, it's more or less always an extra song. And I thought I want to be more creative. Maybe we can do something special for Japan and invite a Japanese guitarist to play with me on the album. And I was sure that the Japanese audience, fans, would love to see and hear that. And so I thought that was a unique idea and different. And so we approached Akira from LOUDNESS, and he was happy to do it. And he did a great job, and so we ended up with him being on the Japanese release.
Good.
はい。
でも実際、アキラ高崎のプレー素晴らしかったですね。彼のプレーどうですか？
Well, the thing is that I was asked that question yesterday, and my philosophy about music is you have to be happy with what you do, and if you're happy with what you do, you are in a good place. But if you have to ask other people, what do you think? It's not necessary, because you need to be yourself. Being yourself means you have to believe in what you do, you love it. You have to be happy with it. Nobody else needs to be happy with it. You need to be happy with it. And if other people are happy with it, that's icing on the cake. So I said first of all, music is not, for me, not a competition. It's not a race. You don't get measured. It's not like a sport where you jump further than somebody or you jump faster. Art is self-expression. Art is something that you it's how you choose to express yourself. And that is the main part. There are no points, no scores, no 10 out of 10 or whatever. It is self-expression. There is no good self-expression or bad self-expression. There's only self-expression. And so I wouldn't have done it the way Akira did it, because I do it like Michael Schenker does it. And Akira did it the way he did it, and not the way Michael Schenker would have done it. So therefore, I said to Akira that it's because he asked me, what did you think, Michael? I said, it's not, you did not do that for me. You did that for you and for the Japanese audience. So I don't want to put any judgment on it, because it's a self-expression. And I always say, nothing right, nothing wrong in music. Of course, there are things in life that are not right and not and wrong. But in music, nothing right, nothing wrong. Just do your thing and stay strong. And that's the only thing that matters. So my son Tyson, he asked me, "Oh, Dad, look, I've got something. What do you think?" I said, "Tyson, it doesn't matter what I think. Are you happy with that?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, that's
Good.
all that matters."
Okay. そういうマイケルの哲学っていうのはいつ頃から持ち始めたものなんですか。本当に初期の頃からそういう哲学をマイケルはずっと持ってたんでしょうか。
Yeah, when I was 17 years old, I knew that intuitively, I knew that if I knew that I have something in my head that nobody knows. And I knew that you have something in your head that nobody knows.
Yeah.
And you and you. So if a person makes the choice to self-express, I knew that that was going to be unique, because nobody knows about it until I express it. So which is a brand new color, not known to the world before. If I do that every day, I create a lot of new colors over and over and over, and automatically you create your own identity, because it always comes from the inside, from a place nobody knows about, because each person is individual and unique. So the other way doing it is to trying to keep up with everybody else and copy everybody else, and oh, I can do this, oh, I can do this, I can do this, like a race or like a competition. But then you only playing what somebody else already expressed. So it's not a self-expression anymore. So I knew when I was 17, I wanted to do it the way I see it and how I want to put the notes together to create happy reactions. And But I didn't know that because of that I was going to be an original player. I found out later, but intuitively I knew that I had to open up my inside to let people understand how I see it. And I think in art, self-expression, when people paint, it's the same thing. You can copy something, but the picture already there, the picture already exists. Or you create your own vision of a picture. And that's pure self-expression, you know, if you do it from within. And if you keep doing that, you have a style, because your uniqueness also is, of course, repetitive, because you have a way of doing it that is you and that identifies you with you. So it was very important step for me. And by the way, I haven't listened to music since I was 17, and I haven't copied anything since I was 15, 16, 17. So 17, I just stopped completely, you know. And actually, believe it or not, I have stayed away from music, listening to other, so that I don't get influenced, because the brain is like a sponge. The moment you listen something, you're automatically using it. Because you can't help it. So you have to stay away from it. And I have done this for a half a century.
はい。いや、なかなか深いお話でしたね。はい。もう本当なんか、マイケルがどういう音楽を作ってきたのか、まあ、彼の音楽が独創的な理由っていうのがね、今の彼の17歳で悟りを開いたその哲学の中にねあるような気がしますけども、その17歳でまあその今の哲学を、まあ切り開いたと。その17歳のまあ哲学を切り開いた、時といいますか、その17歳一番最初に作った曲は何なんでしょうか。
The very first song I ever wrote was In Search of Peace of Mind. And I was very happy with that song, because it was the first song, but it was also, for me, it's still one of my favorite guitar solos in that song. The rest on Lonesome Crow, you can hear I'm a beginner, but that solo in Search of Peace of Mind, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just there. It's a bit like, you know, it's like Leslie West, the theme of the imaginary Western. There's nothing wrong with it. You can hear it forever. Everything is just right. And so, of course, it was accredited to all the Scorpions, yeah. But it was my song, my music, yeah. Somebody wrote the lyrics. I don't know who. I think Klaus. But the beauty is that In Search of Peace of Mind completely fits the structure, my life structure.
なるほど。
That is kind of weird how it all fits together.
それはその人生のストラクチャーと合致してるっていうのはもうちょっと解説するとどうなりますか。
First of all, the other thing is that actually I was 15 years old when I wrote this song, and you know, I have 2 tattoos on the back of my shoulders, and one says "Born to Overcome," and the other one says "Born to be Free." So this is my whole life structure, you know, and I always say that my life today, I can see, comes in 3 parts. One is the beginning, unconsciously created something. I had no idea what impact that would have had on the world. And then the middle years, into the arena, the school of life, learning about myself. And then the third part, which started 2008, to change 180 degree, lost all my shyness and stage fright, based on what I learned in the middle years, and am now able to consciously create what I carry on what I unconsciously started when in my first part. So it's for me a very complete picture, and that is basically the middle years made it possible for me to lose stage fright, to learn all these things that make you have phobics about that are not necessary to live with. And so I learned and I dedicated my middle years wanting to find out who I am. And because I didn't know who I was in the beginning, in the first part, I'm happy to say, today I know.
今日はマイケルの哲学を聞く日というそんな感じになってすごいディープなお話最高ですよ。さあこのニューアルバムを携えた公演というのはいつから始まるんでしょうか。
We consistently have offers coming in,
Yes.
but because we are such a big undertaking with people living all over the world, we just have to figure out what is usable and what can be done or what can't be done. And so we had a few things that came up, but it really didn't make sense, to make it complete. And so I think what it looks like, and I mean, we are doing a headline show in Germany on the 11th in Balingen-Head. We do a co-headline with Dream Theater in France on the 12th. And we do a second on the bill with ZZ Top in Barcelona on the 5th of July. So there might be stuff coming in throughout the year like that, but if you want to have a successful tour, you have to do it well in advance, and it has to make sense well in advance. And so at this point, I think what's going to happen is that the very beginning of the next world tour will start in Japan.
あ、そうですか。あら、それ初耳。最初にねワールドツアーやるとねぐるっと回ってまたお尻に来るってことあるからね。いや最初って結構いいんだよね。まただって最後に成功してくるっつってもう一回来るって2回の可能性出るからいいんだよこれね。最後だと1回しかないけどねこれね。はい。さあ、ニューアルバムを本当に楽しみにしてる今日来てくださった皆さんにマイケルからメッセージを最後に一言お願いしたいと思います。
Well, I think that having lived as long as I have, musically having stayed true to myself, which does not necessarily show rewards like instant gratification like money, etc., etc. It can. I have lived in both ways, but being true to yourself and staying true to yourself for as long as possible will reward you at the end, much bigger than ever imagined. And because when I started into the arena, the second part of my life, I got offers from Ozzy Osbourne, Aerosmith, I got Rolling Stones, I got Phil Lynott, Ian Hunter, you name it, Coverdale, etc., etc. But I said, no, I want to experiment with music. They would have hated me if I joined them. They would have had to stick, they would have to deal with my experiments that would not have made them commercial success. Because for me it was important to find out who I am, and I had so much creativity inside myself, I needed to get it out. I needed to get everything out. Acoustic instruments, electric instruments. I made so many albums, you probably don't even know them all, but my hardcore fans probably do, but the next layer probably doesn't, and so I've done so much crazy music, I have done cover music, so I got everything out of my system. instead of selling out and stay in the commercial gobble machine. And so if I say, for instance, I would have joined Ozzy Osbourne and made a lot of money and da-da-da-da and so on, where would I be today? Today, I'm in a very happy place because I stayed true to my vision. I didn't get tempted by money and fame and success, but I was granted by the creator of all creations, Michael, I will show you what it feels, what it is like to be famous. So I was given the opportunity when I was with UFO Up to Strangers in the Night, what fame is like. And I was tasting it. And I said to myself, you don't need that. I think staying true to your vision is more important than carry on doing that. That's why I didn't carry on with Scorpions. That's why I didn't join Ozzy, etc., etc. It was very important for me to stay true to my vision and finish it and complete it. I got everything out of my system. And so therefore, I'm fulfilled. And I have created a foundation. And now I'm getting a lot of icing. And I put the icing on my cake. And the problem, if I would have joined Ozzy or anybody at that point in time, I would have gotten a lot of icing, but I would have never had a cake to put the icing on. So I would have to eat icing all the time. And you know what it is like. If you only eat sugar consistently, it becomes sickening, you know. So it is good to have a bit of icing, but a lot of foundation, a cake where you can put the icing on. So, you know, other than keep on rocking, I say stay true to yourself because you need, it has to be the fulfillment, and the main thing is it cannot be taken away. Once you have proven to yourself a lifetime, staying true to yourself, you own it, and it can never be taken away. If I had gone the other way and maybe had a lot of something, because all we have is now. What happens if an earthquake hits your house or your possessions? It's gone. But all you have is now, so now you have nothing. So if I lose something materialistically, I still have the now with my foundation that nobody can take away. And that is where true happiness lies. The other things is just instant gratification that needs to be covered by another instant gratification, by another instant gratification, and it will all be only temporary because nothing externally, materialistically, will last forever. You know, you never know, even your own body, you know. But if you stay true to yourself and you keep that happiness within yourself that nobody can take, whatever you lose, you can deal with because it's meaningless in comparison to what you have, because you did things, you chose the things that make you happy within yourself, not to show off to other people. That makes a difference.
はい、最後は神からのお言葉でございます。素晴らしい。はい、ということでもう一度盛大な拍手をマイケル・シェンカー。
Thank you!